My ex-best friend tried to scam me out of $5,000 for her wedding photos, so I made sure her big day would never see the light of day. I'm a professional wedding photographer. When my friend Sarah got engaged, she begged me to shoot her wedding. I usually charge $5,000 for a full day plus editing, but because we'd been friends since middle school, I offered to do it for just the cost of my assistant and the equipment rentals, about $800. Sarah agreed, but she kept forgetting to sign the contract. Since we were best friends, I let it slide. Huge mistake. The wedding day was a nightmare. Sarah turned into a total bridezilla. She made me skip dinner to take photos of her second cousins, yelled at me when the lighting didn't look like Pinterest in the middle of a thunderstorm, and refused to let me sit down for 12 hours. 2 weeks later, I sent her the watermarked previews. She messaged me saying, "Hey, since we're besties, I decided I'm not going to pay the $800. It's basically your wedding gift to me. Send the high-res files over by tonight." I reminded her that the $800 was just to cover my out-of-pocket costs, and that I'd already gifted her $4,000 in labor. She blocked my number and posted on Facebook about how greedy some people are. I didn't get mad. I got quiet. I realized that since she never signed the contract, she didn't own the rights to the photos. I did. And because I'm a professional, I use a high-end server that syncs with my clients' social media accounts for automatic tagging. I sent one final email to her and her new husband, Mark. I told them they had 24 hours to pay the $800, or I would exercise the unpaid gallery clause. They responded with a laughing emoji and told me to get lost. The next day was their 1-month anniversary. Sarah had been hyping up a huge photo reveal on Instagram. At exactly 6 p.m., I didn't send her the files. Instead, I used a DMCA takedown notice on every single wedding photo she had managed to screenshot from my preview site. Because I held the legal copyright, Instagram and Facebook didn't just delete the posts, they suspended her accounts for copyright infringement. But I wasn't done. Mark, the husband, works for a high-end law firm. I sent a formal invoice to his office for the full, non-discounted price of $5,000. When he ignored it, I filed a lien against their joint assets. In my state, you can't ignore a debt if it's tied to a professional service. To clear the lien and save his job at the firm, Mark had to pay the full $5,000 plus my legal fees. Sarah lost all her wedding memories, her social media following, and apparently a lot of respect from Mark's family. I took that $5,000 and used it to book a solo vacation to Bali. I posted a photo of the sunset with the caption, "Paid for by the generosity of ex-friends." Sarah tried to sue me to get the photos back, but the judge told her that since she refused to pay for the service, the product didn't exist for her. I still have the hard drive with her photos. Sometimes I think about deleting them, but honestly, it's more satisfying knowing they're sitting in my desk and she'll never, ever see them.